Greetings Internet, it's Dustin again with my HomeKit Home. In this video, we've got a bit of a different one for you. Today we are going to look at an app that recently came onto the HomeKit scene. And this is Home Flash. What Home Flash allows us to do is just about that. It allows us to flash the lights in our home. One of the great things about it is that we don't have to pick and choose if we want our Hue lights or our LifeX lights, or in my case our VocalLink lights, right? We don't have to pick and choose which one does it. They all work together. So what we'll do is we'll go through the app together, we'll discover some of the features of it, and then we'll look at some of the more recent features that have been added in a recent update, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the app in general. So without further ado, let's get into it. And here we are in the App Store. We can see that the official name, I suppose, would be Home Flash for HomeKit. But if you just type in Home Flash, you should be able to find the app. So, a brief overview here. We can see that although there aren't very many reviews, it does have a pretty good rating. This app does cost 99 cents, which I think is a pretty good bargain. A buck is not too bad. We can also see that there was recently an update, and we'll get into that once we start getting into the app. But essentially the latest update allows us to use colors for Home Flash, which is pretty interesting. We have a few different screenshots here. Also, we can see that there is an app for the Apple Watch, which is a nice little feature. So we can control Home Flash via our wrist. Let's jump into the app here and see what we can do. So we see that we do need to allow it to access our home data, which is something we definitely want to do. And we can see that once we've done that, it aggregates all of the different lights that we have at home. So I do have a combination of some VocalLink lights, some Philips Hue, and also a LifeX bulb. But another really cool feature here is that we can use any regular lights that we may have connected to a smart outlet as well. We could also kind of throw in some off-label uses for this. However, I would do this very reluctantly, as it could do some damage to whatever device you have connected to the smart plug. So if you're planning on doing this, do it at your own risk. Essentially what happens here is that we are assigning the smart outlet as a light. Once we've done that, we can do it either here in the Home Flash app, or we can do it in Apple's Home app. But once we've done that, it will appear in our list of lights, and we can control it using Home Flash. So backing out of our smart plug configuration, scroll back up to the top and we'll see what we can actually do here. So to control this using Home Flash, we can simply tap on the light itself. As we can see, flashes there. It's kind of a faded flash. It flashes 3 times by default. You can see there. But if we long press on it, we can see that we have a couple of other options here. We can add this to Siri shortcut, which I think is pretty interesting. And this is a pretty easy way of getting that started. So really, essentially, it gives us a suggestion there, of course, but we can simply record a message here. So I recorded flash the laundry room overhead. And let's have a look at what that looks like when we say, hey Siri, flash the living room overhead. Okay, not too shabby, I would say. So that's a pretty unique feature there. Now, we did mention earlier that there was a new feature, and that is the ability to use colors to flash. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. So we'll back out of our new screen here, and we'll find a color bulb. We have the candle that's in the kitchen here. Now if we slide left to right in our little color bar there, we can choose the different colors, and we can see that the Siri shortcut also adjusts as well. So why don't we do cyan? Let's see how this looks. Okay, not too bad. Kind of like that. It's a really interesting little feature. Now there is one other type of bulb that I want to look at here, and that is the kind of dusk to daylight light, so our color, temperature, range bulbs. And I've got one here in the bedroom. And let's see if we've got any differences there. Okay, so let's go ahead and long press on that. And okay, so there's nothing we can really do here that's special for just our kind of temperature range bulbs. So that would be nice if we had that, but I can see why we wouldn't. So looking at our settings here at the top right, we don't really have very many. We can go into our Siri shortcuts and we can see all of the different shortcuts that we may have. We can add some there if we would like. So it's pretty nice. We can have all of our Siri shortcuts for the app in one place. So hopping back into the settings, we can see that we have the option to toggle the haptic feedback. So whenever we engage the flash, there is a nice little haptic feedback that we get. And we can also toggle the suggested configurations for Siri shortcuts and those sorts of things as well. So Home Flash for HomeKit. Pretty unique app, I would say. All of the apps, the Hue app, the LifeX app, the Linkwise app for the VocalLink stuff, they all have their little individual things that they can do, but there's not really a whole lot of apps that bring all those together and have all of these accessories work in unison. So I really like that feature. I really like that we can now work with colors. Siri shortcuts. What a brilliant idea. We can use any command with Siri shortcuts and it's really easy to set up. We don't even have to really worry about having the shortcut app and dealing with all of that mess because it can be a little bit complicated. All we do is just follow the on-screen instructions provided in the app and we're good to go. Unlike many other HomeKit apps, it does have an Apple Watch version as well. One of the things, when I told my wife about this app, she was really pretty uninterested, which is generally her reaction to most of the HomeKit stuff that I throw at her. But one of the things that she doesn't realize is that in the morning, she always says, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to take Bruno out, and she never does because she just sleeps in. Not anymore. Thank you, Home Flash. Anyway, so what apps do you use for your HomeKit setup that aren't Apple's Home app? Let us know in the comments down below. In the description box, you'll find a link to download this app, as well as a link to our blog over at My HomeKit Home and our social media at My HomeKit Home. If you found the video useful, give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the bell notification so you don't miss any of our new videos as soon as they're released. Well, we'll make this one short and sweet. I do thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been Dustin with My HomeKit Home.